I asked in my last video for any suggestions for a game review, and I got one. Could you do a review of Dungeon Train on SideQuest? So let's check it out. This was one of the first games I saw on SideQuest. It looked interesting, but you have to pay money. And I'm cheap, so I never picked this one up. I have seen the episode of Adventure Time with the Infinity Train that this game is inspired by. The dev has done a really good job of drawing inspiration from that episode, and could lead to a really fun game down the road. Trapped on a train that doubles as an endless dungeon, time to loot some chests and kill some enemies. But, before we continue any further, I'm going to remind everyone that this is still very much a work in progress. While there are no chests to loot, the loot that does exist are inside urns and pots or randomly scattered throughout the train cars. There's not much fighting at the moment. The only enemies you will encounter are some little green slime cubes that are not very threatening. Some are melee and some spit at you. There is a health system, as represented by a rose on your left wrist. The more health you have, the bigger the rose, and the less health, the smaller the rose. You can replenish your health by eating food found around the train cars or inside the urns. Each time you enter a new boxcar, you take a small amount of damage for some reason that's not explained. So be sure to always be on the lookout for food to keep you going as far into the train as you can. The procedurally generated landscape that passes by outside the train is surprisingly serene and calming. A number of times I caught myself just standing and staring out the side of the boxcar, leveling the simple beauty of the countryside. When you die, the game starts over with new landscape passing by and new different train cars to explore. The only way to keep track of previous progress is noting the Roman numeral that shows up after death. I assume this is the train car number you made it to. This game has a lot of potential, and I would love to see where it goes. The concept is awesome, the artwork is great, and the list of future updates, if and when released, will make a great game and keep me determined to find the final boxcar. I love indie games, but the truth is, most of these games are usually being developed by an individual or a small team, and things in life, big and small, can easily derail a schedule. I have no doubt the developer intends to finish this game. I'm just not sure on the timeline. I say this because looking at the social media posts from the dev, they have been few and far between lately. So at this point, if you're looking for something more polished, I would hold off on this game. But if you have a few bucks to spare and this looks like a project you would support, then jump on in. There's a lot of positive interest in this game, hopefully enough to push the game to the next update.